Good morning students. This is 12th standard botany video class, video 8. In this video, we are going to continue the lesson classical genetics. Dear students, in the previous video class, we have seen different topics, that is monohybrid cross, dihybrid cross, monohybrid test cross, back cross, then homozygous tall test cross, heterozygous tall test cross, and advantage of back cross we have seen in the previous video class. And also we have started a new topic, that is gene interaction. So gene interaction means a single phenotype. What is the phenotype? Morphological character or external character is controlled by two or more genes. Not only one gene, two or more than one set of gene which contains pair of allele or more alleles. This phenomenon is called a gene interaction. Is a very important 2-mark question. So this gene interaction is divided into two types. Intralocus interaction, that means the interaction is taken place between the two alleles of same gene, that is said to be intralocus. Interlocus means different alleles of a different gene, that is said to be interlocus interaction. Then interlocus interaction again divided into epistatic or non-epistatic interaction, additive or polygenic interaction. Likewise, the intralocus interaction divided into dominant relationship, lethal gene, and multiple alleles. Dominant relationship again divided into complete dominance, incomplete dominance, codominance, and overdominance. Lethal gene divided into dominant, recessive, conditional, sex-linked, and balanced lethal. Last one, multiple alleles. So out of this different interaction, gene interaction flowchart, we have started intragenic gene interaction. It's divided into 4 types. Incomplete dominance, codominance, multiple alleles, and pleiotropic genes are the example of intragenic interaction. In that intragenic interaction, we have started incomplete dominance. That is no blending of genes. There is no suppression of gene which is taken place while crossing the different breed of the parent. That dominance is called a incomplete dominance. So why it's said to be incomplete dominance? It was observed by Carl Correns in the 4 o'clock plant, that is Mirabilis jalabar. He has taken red color flower parent, is also pure breeding homozygous, crossed with white color homozygous recessive parental plant. The F1 hybrid, we are getting intermediate link, that is pink color flower, we are getting the F1 generation. So in this F1 heterozygous generation is again selfed with the same kind of gamete, that is pink color flower. We are getting different ratio with all the possible characters. 1:2:1. One is the original parent, that is R1 red dominant. Another one R2 recessive, that is white color flower. But remaining the 2 ratio, we are getting the intermediate color, that is pink color. The genotypic ratio is R1 R2. So here normally in the F1 generation, we will get the dominant character only expressed in the all the F1 generation, isn't it? But in the incomplete dominance interaction, the F1 generation, they are not showing the dominant or recessive. Both the alleles are expressed independently and they are joined together to form a intermediate link. So, the dominant is partially taken place in this F1 generation. That type of intragenic interaction is named as incomplete dominance. The ratio of the incomplete dominance is 1:2:1. Dear students, up to this only we have seen in the previous video class. Today we are going to see the molecular explanation of the incomplete dominance, codominance, lethal gene, pleiotropy. These are all the other types of intragenic interaction. Dear students, before entering into the topic, see the flow chart. The flow chart which are showing the dihybrid cross ratio, that is 9:3:3:1. That is yellow round dominant character. Then wrinkled green is the recessive character. And the intermediate stage 3, that is wrinkled yellow is 3. That is the intermediate stage. Another one, wrinkled green is only 1. Green round is the other intermediate stage. So that is the ratio of 9:3:3:1. So 3 green round is there. Green color is the recessive, but round is the dominant. So that is the intermediate one. Then yellow wrinkled. Yellow is the dominant character. Wrinkled is the recessive character. Then only one which are proving the recessive parent, that is wrinkled green. Then other 9 which are proving the dominant character, that is yellow round, which are proving the dihybrid cross. Dear students, this is the flow chart which are showing the dihybrid test cross. The heterozygous round piece in F1 generation is crossed with the recessive parent homozygous wrinkled piece. We are getting the different gametes, 8 gametes, 4 of them from the, that is female parent, and 4 of them from the male parent. Both of them crossed together. We are getting equally proportional gametes or hybrids are appeared in the F2 generation. That is round yellow, round green, wrinkled yellow and wrinkled green in the ratio 1:1:1:1. That cross is called dihybrid test cross. Is a very, very important 3-mark question. Kindly note it down in your textbook. The explanation is already given in the previous video class. Once again, I am going to recall the answers. That is dihybrid test cross. Dear students, this is the flow chart which are showing the gene interaction and their type, interlocus interaction, divided into epistatic and additive. Then this is divided into dominant, lethal and multiple alleles, are the different types of gene interaction which are shown in the flow chart. This is also very, very important 5-mark question. How they will ask the question means, what is gene interaction? Write the flow chart of gene interaction. So what is gene interaction? The interaction is taken place. That means the single phenotypic character is determined by 2 or more one set of genes. Each gene which contains 2 alleles or more than 2 alleles. So this type of interaction is named as gene interaction. So these are all the different types of gene interactions. Dear students, this is the diagram which are showing the diagrammatic representation or flow chart of incomplete dominance which is present in the Mirabilis jalapa, that is 4 o'clock plant, which are producing different color. Here the Coral Corin's botanist has taken two different color of a parent. One is the red color parent, another one is the white color parental plant. The genotypic of red color is R1, R1. The white color is R2, R2. In the F1 generation, we are not getting the dominant character of a R1 and R1. But we are getting the intermediate character, that is pink color, which are having the genotypic ratio R1 and R2. And also it is the heterozygous type of gametes or F1 hybrid which are produced in the F1 generation. The F1 hybrid is selfed. We are getting in the F2 generation with all the characters, that is one parental character of dominant, one other recessive parent of parent, remaining two which are showing the intermediate color, that is pink color, which contains both the alleles which is present in the different plant. That is said to be incomplete dominance. Why it's said to be incomplete dominance? In the F1 generation, most probably the dominant character only expressed, but in this incomplete dominance, the F1 generation, they are not showing the dominant character. Only partial dominant character is expressed. That type of interaction is called a incomplete interaction, which is seen in the Mirabilis jalapa plant, that is 4 o'clock plant. The ratio of the incomplete dominance is 1:2:1 is the phenotypic ratio. The genotypic ratio is R1, R1, that is one of the dominant parent. R2, R2 is the recessive parent. R1, R2 is the intermediate, that is heterozygous intermediate pink color flower. That is said to be incomplete dominance in 4 o'clock plant. Dear students, now we are going to see the molecular explanation of incomplete dominance. Why the lack of dominance is not expressed in the F1 generation? How the intermediate heterozygote phenotypic ratio is formed in the F1 generation. What is the heterozygote phenotypic ratio? R1, R2. That is the pink color flower, isn't it? That is said to be intermediate heterozygote phenotypic flower. We are going to see the molecular explanation. Dear students, the gene expression is explained in the quantitative way. So quantity, how much gene expression is explained in the cross. Wild type allele, which is a functional allele, when present in two copies, produces a functional enzyme which synthesizes red color pigment. So wild type allele means, that is the Mirabilis jalapa is a wild type which is cultivated in any area. That is said to be a wild type which contains the allele. This allele is very functional one. It is occur in pairs, that is R1, R1. It has the capacity to produce the red color pigment. That is the first one. The wild type allele as the functional group which is present in pairs, that is R1 and R2, which has the capacity to produce the red color pigment. The another one, the mutant allele. So mutant means the sudden change which occur in the chromosomal activity and number is called a mutation. The mutant allele, which is always defective, it has some false characteristic feature. And also they also occur in 2 copies. That is R2 and R2. Also produce the enzyme, but it is unable to synthesize the red color pigment. Okay, it is unable to synthesize, that is which cannot synthesize red color pigment. So the white color flower is produced due to the mutation causing complete loss of function. What is the complete loss of function? Even though the defective allele which is present in the Mirabilis jalapa plant, that is mutant allele named R2 and R2. It has the functional enzyme, but it unable to produce the red color pigment. That's why the mutant allele producing the white color flower due to the complete loss of the function. What is the complete loss of the function? It unable to produce the red color pigment. Okay, so that the intermediate phenotype heterozygous has 1 copy of the allele R1, and R1 produces 50% of the functional protein, resulting in half of the pigment. Dear students, kindly note down what will happen. The F1 intermediate heterozygous phenotypic which occur 1 copy of the R1. What is the R1? It is the allele which has the capacity to produce the red color pigment. The remaining, the other allele, that is recessive allele, R2 or mutant allele, which is unable to produce the red color pigment due to defective allele. So the red color and white color are mixed together, R1 and R2, which forms the intermediate color, that is pink color flower, which is heterozygous in the F1 generation. That's why the 50% of functional protein is not enough to produce the red color flower, so that the intermediate change of the pink color is appeared in the F1 generation. But if the functional protein is enough to create red color phenotype, homozygous means which makes 100% of the functional protein. That is the molecular explanation of the incomplete dominance, how the dominant character is lack, and also how intermediate phenotypic heterozygous hybrid is produced in the F1 generation. That is proved by molecular level. This is also very important 5-mark question. Kindly note down in your textbook. Dear students, next we are going to see the another intragenic interaction, that is codominance. This is also having the ratio 1:2:1. This pattern occurs due to simultaneous expression. That means both the alleles are expressed at the same time in the heterozygote F1 generation. So, in this codominance, the 2 alleles are expressed in the heterozygous individual is known as codominance. Example, red and white color flower of camellia, inheritance of sickle cell hemoglobin, ABO blood group system in human beings are the 3 example of codominance. So, 2-mark question is there. Write the example of codominance. What is that one? Red and white color flowers of camellia, inheritance of sickle cell hemoglobin, ABO blood group of human beings. Dear students, in the human beings, IA and IB alleles of I gene are codominant, which follows Mendel's law of segregation. IA and IB. So, which are the 2 alleles of I gene, is the best example for codominant, which proves the Mendel's law of segregation. What's the law of segregation? Both the alleles are segregated, separated in a equal proportion. They are also expressed in the F1 generation, but one of the character only dominant or dominant over the another one, that is said to be law of dominance, but both the characteristic feature of alleles are expressed in the F2 and F3 generation. That is said to be law of segregation. So this Mendel's law of segregation is also proved in the codominant of human beings with the alleles of IA and IB in the I genes. I is the gene which are having the pair of allele A and B. Okay. Then the codominant is also demonstrated with the help of method is said to be electrophoresis or chromatography for protein or flavonoid substance. Dear students, the codominance is demonstrated with the help of the method is called electrophoresis and chromatography for producing protein or flavonoid substances. Other example in plant also given here proving the codominance. One is the Gossypium hirsutum and Gossypium stratyanum. Dear students, both of them are belongs to cotton species, அதாவது பருத்தி அப்படின்னு சொல்றோம் இல்லையா, cotton species. Their F1 hybrid are named as amphipoid. These amphipoid F1 hybrids are tested for the seed protein by electrophoresis. Now only I told you the codominance is demonstrated in plants with the help of electrophoresis method to prove the content of the protein or flavonoid substance. So that's why in the Gossypium species, they have tested the F1 hybrid for the seed protein content by electrophoresis. Dear students, both the parents of the Gossypium hirsutum and Gossypium stratyanum, the seed which are showing the different banding pattern, அது மேல இருக்கக்கூடிய stripes, that is said to be banding pattern for the seed protein. So depending upon the content of the seed protein, the seed structure is also showing the banding pattern. But in the F1 hybrid, which are showing the additive banding pattern, was noticed. That is, when compared to the parental one, extra additive pattern of a protein is also noticed in the F1 hybrid. So, they proved that the F1 hybrid shows the presence of both the type of protein similar to their parents. So, the F1 hybrid which are having the extra additive banding pattern was noticed. That banding pattern is also proved that it contains both the characteristic feature of male and female parents. So the heterozygote genotype which gives rise to a phenotype distinctly different from either of the homozygous genotype. So the heterozygous is totally different from the homozygous. So what is the homozygous? One of the parent, that is Gossypium hirsutum. Another seed is one, that is Gossypium stratyanum. The intermediate two stages which are resembling the heterozygous produced in the F2 progeny in a phenotypic and genotypic ratio is 1:2:1. One dominant, one recessive, and another one is, what is that one? Intermediate one. That is the ratio of codominance is proved in the seed protein content of Gossypium species. So both of them which are having the different protein content present in the seed, that seed protein contents are identified by the method is electrophoresis. So these two Gossypium plants are crossed. We get the F1 hybrid the F1 hybrid which are showing the extra additive band pattern in the F1 generation, but that protein of a seed which are contains both the characteristic feature of their parents. So that this codominance which are proving that heterozygote genotype gives rise to a phenotype which is totally different from the homozygous genotype. So the F1 heterozygote produce the F2 progeny in a phenotype and genotype in the ratio 1:2:1. So that is said to be the codominance which is proved in the Gossypium species. Dear students, I hope have you all understood what is codominance. The codominance is also similar to the incomplete dominance, but it's somewhat variable in the characteristic feature. So the ratio is common 1:2:1. But in the F1 generation they are showing heterozygote the same in the incomplete dominance. The F2 generation which are showing the phenotype and genotype, the ratio is 1:2:1, that is also common. But the F1 generation which are showing both the characteristic feature of their parents, that is said to be the codominance. Next we are going to see the lethal gene. What is lethal gene? A gene which is present in the organism which cause death of an organism, that is said to be lethal gene. In Tamil we call it கொல்லு gene அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. கொல்லும் gene. Dear students, see, an allele which has the potential to cause, see the word, the death of an organism is called a lethal allele. Is an important 2-mark question. What is lethal gene? An allele which has the potential, that means capacity, to cause death of an organism is called a lethal allele. So this was first reported by E. Bohr, scientist, in the year 1907 in the plant Antherinum species. Contains lethal gene in snapdragon. Snapdragon is the common name of a plant. The binomial name is Antherinum species. It is an example for recessive lethality. Dear students, in the previous paragraphs we have seen lethal gene is also divided into dominant lethal, recessive lethal, conditional lethal, sex-linked lethal and balanced lethal. So here the plant snapdragon or Antherinum species which are showing the recessive lethality. That means the recessive allele which is present in the Antherinum species only which cause death of one snapdragon. That's why it is named as recessive lethality. So this snapdragon, there are 3 kinds of plant is there. One is green plant with chlorophyll. So they are having the green color pigment. So green plant with chlorophyll which denoted as an allele. Homozygosity, capital C, that is dominant. Okay. Then next, yellowish green plant. What is that one? Yellowish green plant with carotenoid are referred to as pale green, golden or aro plants. Noted that one. Pale green, golden or aro plants which capital C and small c. And capital C and that is green color plant with chlorophyll. Carotenoid means they are producing yellow color. So they are given pale green or golden or aro plants. It contains the alleles of capital C and small c. That's why they are given yellowish green. Green or allele, what is that one? Capital. Okay. So yellow and opposite to the green. Recessive. So that is denoted as an small c. Capital C, small c is denoted as an yellowish green or pale green or golden color or RO plants. Okay. Another one, white plant without chlorophyll. So first one purely red green color, chlorophyll, capital C, capital C. Okay. Second one, intermediate condition. What is that one? Pale green. Not fully green, not fully white. It's slightly pale green or golden yellow, which is denoted as an capital C and a small c. The last one, totally white plant. There is no chlorophyll pigment, without any chlorophyll. So it is totally recessive. It is denoted as an small c, small c. Okay. Dear students, these are all the three different plants which is present in the Antherinum species. The genotype of the homozygous green plant is capital CC. The genotype of the homozygous white plant is small cc. That one I told you. That's why given in the paragraph. Dear students, the RO plant. What is the RO plant? Once again you remember it. That is, what is that one? Pale green or yellow green. So green, capital C, allile. Yellow, what is that one? Ungalukku recessive, yeah. So small c. So this is the heterozygous green and white plant. Heterozygous of green and white plant. Why it's said to be the white plant? Yellow color is there, isn't it? So heterozygous of green and white plant. When two such RO plants are crossed in the F1 progeny, what is that one? C with a C. That on the F1 progeny. They are crossed once again in the F1 progeny. The identical phenotypic and genotypic ratio are expressed in 1:2:1. So what is that one? One is the green, that is dominant, capital CC. Another one is the white color, small cc, recessive. The intermediate is named as, what is that one? Pale green or golden or aria. What is the genotypic ratio? Capital C and small c. So this is also proving that lethal gene, how they are causing organism in the plant in the coming lines. Since the white plants lack the chlorophyll pigment, there is no chlorophyll pigment means what is that one? No photosynthesis occur, isn't it? So the plants are unable to prepare their food material. So the plants cannot survive. உயிர் வாழ முடியாது. So it will die. So that the F2 ratio which is modified into, what is that one? 1:2. What is the 1:2? One is the green color and the two are the heterozygous pale green color. So ரெண்டுத்திலுமே green இருக்கு, isn't it? So it has the capacity to prepare the own food material. So that in this Antherinum plant, if they contain the recessive gene with a pair of alleles, small cc, that is white color plant, which has the lethal gene which cause death of an organism. So the homozygous recessive genotype is the lethal. See the flow chart. F1 heterozygote. What is that one? CC. Named as Antherinum aurea, which crossed with another hybrid Antherinum aurea. In the F2 we are getting one green, two aurea and one white. So the one white is the totally recessive. So recessive means it's a lethal allele. So the plant unable to survive. It will die. So the genotypic ratio, it's modified into 1:2. The phenotypic ratio is also modified into 1:2. That is said to be lethal gene which cause death of the organism in the Antherinum species or snapdragon. Dear students, the term lethal is applied to show the changes in the genome of an organism which produces effective severe enough to cause death. So what may be? What is the main answer for these lines? The lethal recessive gene which is present in the Antherinum plant which cause death of an organism. So how it is taken place? This lethality. The lethality of the Antherinum plant is occur in the earlier condition of the plant, premature condition of the plant. The fully dominant or fully recessive lethal alleles kills the carrier individual only in its homozygous condition, but the heterozygous condition does not cause any death of an organism. So that is also we have studied the lethal gene again divided into dominant and recessive. If the death of an organism caused by recessive means that is recessive lethal gene. The death of the organism is caused by dominant lethal allele means that is dominant lethal. So whatever may be both of them, if they are occur in homozygous condition, it causes death of an organism. That's why the F2 genotypic ratio which is modified into 2:1. So 2:1 now what condition this one? This is the dominant lethal அப்படின்னு அர்த்தம். ரெண்டு intermediate stage. Last one what is it உங்களுக்கு? Recessive parent. Okay. But when you are coming to the another one, 2:1 is due to the occur of recessive allele. 1:2 occur due to the dominant allele which cause death of the organism. So the phenotypic ratio is modified into 2:1 or 1:2. Okay. Dear students, I hope have you all understood what is lethal gene, how they are causing death of the organism. Both dominant lethal as well as the recessive lethal which cause death of the organism in homozygous condition, but in the heterozygous condition they do not cause death of the organism. Dear students, up to this I conclude my video. Remaining we will see in the next video class. God bless you. All the best children.